Hey you! Yes, you, watching this video. Do you want to own a piece of Scribbler? Only not a lock of hair or blood or flesh or anything else that will get you in trouble with the law? Well, now you can, with t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags and mugs featuring Oboe Scribbler at her Teespring store. You know you want to. I shall now stop talking in third person and send you on to the video. Be lovely to each other and enjoy the show!
My dearest sister, how I wish you could read this. How I wish you were here by my side still, not imprisoned in that forsaken moon of yours. With you gone, I find myself with no pony to turn to. But hopefully writing this will go some way to relieving the burden I feel. Has it really only been a month? The days passed like years, dragging on heavily in your absence. The knowledge of what I did only strengthens the pain I am feeling, and I can already feel it changing me. If I cannot adapt, I fear it may soon consume me. The nights are hardest. Each evening when I raise the moon, I am greeted by your image staring back at me. You must hate me now for my part in this. Or are you even aware of what is happening to you? This is my doing, so how is it that I do not even know what it is I have done? The uncertainty is pressing on my mind, and I find that I am unable to sleep. I wish I could do so, and escape to my dreams to hide from the judgment I see in your face. But I cannot, and I should not. You are still my sister, and I should not be hiding from you. So I will keep watch, and ensure that you remain safe. It is the least I can do. One day, the time may come when you are returned to me. But until then, I can only maintain my vigil as penance for my actions. May you not be gone too long. All my love, Celestia. My dear sister, another year passes, another summer sun celebration approaches. As usual, the ponies are looking forward to it. A play is even being prepared this year, depicting the events of my triumphant victory over the evil nightmare moon. I went back to your old chambers last week, and managed to find your old tiara. I offered it to them for use in the play, but was told it was not right for the character. How quickly they have forgotten. Not 2 generations ago, you were their beloved princess, but now all they can see is the demon you became. You're no longer a real pony to them, but a villain in a children's story. Is it wrong that part of me thinks this is for the best? I will always remember the loving sister I once had, but with that comes the memory of losing you. That is not a memory that an entire race should be burdened with. A loss is hard to deal with, but one can celebrate a victory. Whatever the case may be, at least you will not be completely forgotten, sister. Missing you still, Celestia. My dear sister, I realized not long ago that the 3000th anniversary of Discord's defeat is approaching. Normally, I would not consider this event worth commemorating, but it did make me think. While Discord's rule was a terrible time for all Equestria, one which every pony would prefer to forget, the fact still remains that, at the time, we stood together to defeat him. The division between us had not yet formed, and we were at the time almost inseparable. Our ponies have settled in their view of Nightmare Moon, and I have decided to respect that. But I fear that the memory of the pony that existed before her will be lost completely if I don't honor it in some way. To this end, I have ordered the addition of a new wing to Canterlot Castle to serve as a memorial to the ancient days, which I shall use to store any artifacts connected to you. I have also commissioned a series of stained glass windows to be installed, depicting our defeat of Discord, which will give a concrete reminder of the story we once shared. I have asked that additional space be left, in the hope that we will one day be able to continue that story. I doubt you would approve of such an extravagant gesture, but I have neglected your memory for too long. You deserve much more than this. I continue to wait for your return. Celestia. Dear Luna, as I write this letter, I am looking out over the beautiful Winsome Falls. It is far too long since I was last here. In fact, I have not been here since we last came together on sabbatical. I always did enjoy spending those weeks off here with you. But since you left, I have repeatedly failed to find the opportunity to take time off. I kept telling myself that there was too much work for me to be able to leave, but I think I may have been using that as an excuse. In truth, I just refused to accept that I could do this without you. I have been putting many things off because I thought I was unable to do them on my own. But I fear that I cannot continue like this. I have to accept that, at the moment, I am on my own. If I ignore this, I will only hurt myself, and the kingdom may suffer as a result. So I think that I need to finally let go. I don't even know if I will ever see you again, and I cannot spend my days waiting for something that may or may not happen. I hate to do so, but I must not keep holding myself back. I am not sure if I will continue writing. I will give myself time and see how I feel, but right now there is something I need to say, which I never got the chance to say at the time. Goodbye, my sister. Celestia. I owe you an apology, my sister. I fear I have made a grave misjudgment. But strangely, I find myself on this occasion relieved that you are not here. I can just imagine the gleeful smirk on your face had you seen the fool I made of myself yesterday. I have spent most of the last 3 weeks in the company of a unicorn diplomat called Paris while drafting a treaty on intertribal land use. This isn't in itself unusual, as you know, but oddly, I grew rather attached to his company during that time. Then, yesterday, on our last day working together, I ended up asking him to join me in my chambers for a private dinner. I immediately regretted asking, as I had no idea what I expected to happen. My nature precludes any form of romantic relationships, after all, and I am certain that neither of us saw the other in that way. So I was surprised when he actually accepted the invitation. I think he was just trying to help me. He must have noticed that something was off when I asked him, and he decided to try and work out what the problem was instead of ignoring it. I must say, I can see why he became a diplomat. We spent the evening talking about many things, but mostly, we talked about you. I wish it had happened in a less uncomfortable manner, but I needed that conversation. It helped me to see what it was I had been missing. In a very real way, you are a part of me, as I am a part of you, and I was more dependent than I had appreciated on the constant companionship you used to give me. Writing these letters is a meager substitute, but the connection it gave me to you was a helpful outlet for my feelings. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how important the connection was until after I made the decision to break it. After taking that outlet for myself, I unconsciously began to seek it elsewhere, and ended up imposing myself on Paris. Fortunately, it went a lot better than it might have, and Paris and I are likely to remain good friends. Hopefully, I can learn something from this experience. I know my own needs better now, and may be able to find a way to provide for them. I am considering taking up another post in addition to my royal duties as a way to get more day-to-day interaction with other ponies. Perhaps I will start tutoring at the university or the school for gifted unicorns. But whatever I choose to do, I want to be clear that this is not an attempt to replace you. It was foolish of me to think that I didn't need you, and I intend to never make that mistake again. I will always keep you in my heart, and I promise that this will not be the last time you hear from me. Once more looking forward to seeing you again, Celestia. My dear sister, I nearly lost control yesterday. It started in a council meeting of all places. One of the councillors made a snide remark about the two of us, asking if I could be trusted, given what happened to you. I know he was just trying to provoke a response in order to gain the upper hoof in the discussion, and losing my temper was certainly not the best move, but the question hit me hard. I was offended by the severity of the accusation, and I hated that he would use your name in such a way. I adjourned the meeting quickly and returned to my chambers, hoping to calm myself down, but I could feel the anger burning inside me still, far stronger than I had realized. It clung to my mind long into the night as I attempted to understand it. There was a strange power behind it, like nothing I had ever felt before, and it almost seemed like it was alive. Was this the same thing you experienced when you began to change? Eventually, I realized that what I was feeling wasn't anger anymore, but fear. I thought I was angry just because the question had been asked, but what troubled me most was that I honestly didn't know the answer. If it could happen to you, is it possible that I could fall as well? I know I have power comparable to yours inside me, and I have seen what happened when you succumbed to its influence. What I felt last night was only a small taste of that power, brought on by my fear and confusion, and I don't know if I would have the strength to hold it back if it returned in full force. If that ever happens, I can't imagine what I might become, or what I might do. I'm scared, sister. I'm not sure if I even know what I am anymore. Is there a monster hidden somewhere inside me as well? And will I be able to keep it locked away forever? If I can't, all of Equestria could suffer. I can't help but wonder if this is why there are two of us watching over Equestria, if each other's oversight is necessary to keep our inner demons in check. But one thing is certain. I need you by my side again. I don't think I can feel safe on my own anymore. Please come back soon. Celestia. My sister, something incredible happened today. I have been aware of changes in the magic of the world for a short while now. They were all subtle, just small changes in mood rather than anything overt, but I could feel that a significant event was being anticipated. Then, today, I was talking with a mage at the university who was performing some research into this for me, and during a demonstration of one of his experiments, something took control of his voice and spoke directly to me through him. I have no idea exactly what it was, or how and why it chose to send me this message, but in all honesty, I don't care. All that matters is what the message was. Because of it, I now know for certain that I am going to see you again. After centuries of waiting and hoping, I will finally have an opportunity to be reunited with my sister. There have always been stories of prophecies, premonitions, and other such events, but I had never imagined one could be so direct. There is powerful magic in this world beyond even our understanding, and it seems to have taken an interest in you. If it is to bring you back to me, I can only be thankful for this. But I must not get blinded by my excitement. The prophecy did not shy away from the fact that your return won't be easy. It will take a lot for you to be fully redeemed, and until that happens, I hate to say it, but I had good reason to imprison you all those centuries ago. I pray that I won't be forced to do so for a second time. There may yet be hope, though. I take the fact that I was given this message at all as a sign that some deeper power is working to bring about your restoration. I wonder if this will be in some way connected to the elements of harmony, as your imprisonment was. Only time will tell. This new knowledge is empowering. I feel like there is a purpose to my life now. It is a little over a century until the appointed date, during the annual summer sun celebrations no less, and I intend to use this time to make preparations for your arrival. You are being given a second chance, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that this chance is not wasted. I vow that my sister will stand freely by my side again one day. I eagerly await that time. Celestia. My dear sister, the time is drawing closer now, and I can feel the anticipation building. It is not just myself. The entire world is readying itself for your return. I have received no clearer sign of this than what I felt today. Canterlot was hosting the summer sun celebration this year, and a sizable crowd gathered to watch me raise the sun. Then, as I did so, I felt something unexpected. As the sun emerged, I felt a spark of magic igniting somewhere in the crowd. It was the faintest trace, barely a seed, but it had a feeling of great potential. But, more importantly, it was incredibly familiar. I have not tasted magic quite like that since I last wielded the elements of harmony. This cannot be a coincidence. This spark and its bearer must be in some way connected to your return. I am starting to understand that the coming task will not fall to me, but to other ponies. This is probably for the best, given what happened the last time I tried to save you myself. I will do all I can to guide the bearer of this spark to their destiny, but I must accept what I can and cannot do. There is one final lesson I can see in this, which is more for you than for me. The way the elements are awakening, stirring all magic in readiness for your return, speaks of the love the entire world has for you. Your contribution to this world is appreciated, even depended on, more than we could ever know. You once lost sight of this, and it almost destroyed you. But if I have to, I will spend every day of the rest of my existence reminding you of this truth. I love you. And I need you by my side, as does every pony else. I still cannot fully believe that I will be able to tell you all this in only a few short years. It has been so long now, it almost feels like a dream. But it is the most wonderful dream I have ever had, and I am overjoyed that you will soon be able to be a part of it again. See you soon, Celestia. My dear sister, the time has come at last. Tomorrow is the 1000th summer sun celebration since your exile began, and the time of your prophesied return. I have done everything I can to prepare. Twilight Sparkle is in Ponyville as I write this, unknowingly making her own final preparations, and I have made sure that the elements of harmony are safe in their hiding place. I have never been more eager for the night to end than I am tonight. But the question remains unanswered as to how it will end. The prophecy stated in no uncertain terms that you will not be returning as yourself, but as her. If this is the case, I have no doubt that you will resist any attempts made to help you. You may even choose to attack me directly. But whatever happens tomorrow, there is something I wish to make clear first. I have already forgiven you. I have spent 1,000 years waiting for you to return, and barely a moment has passed when I haven't thought about what you did. Those memories scare me even now, but not from fear of you. What concerns me most of all is the possibility that it may happen again. The two of us are alike in so many ways that I uniquely understand why you did what you did. I also know that the only way to stop it happening again, to either of us, is for the two of us to be together as sisters again. I see now that your fall was as much my fault for neglecting you, and for this I am truly sorry. All I can do to make up for it is to try and ensure that it never happens again. But at the same time, I have to ask for your help in return. We are both vulnerable to our inner demons, and we can only be safe if we trust each other completely. We cannot let anything stand between us. So I forgive you completely and without question, not just because I want to, and I do more than anything else, but because I must. You are my sister, and I will not let the past stand in the way of that. All my love, Celestia.
My sister. It feels most peculiar to be writing a letter to you when you are only a few minutes' walk away. But after seeing all the letters you wrote to me in my absence, I wish to return the favor. But what to say? Should I tell you again how sorry I am for everything I have done, and everything I have put you through? Can I beg for your forgiveness even when you insist I already have it? You may have forgiven me, my sister, but I do not think I will ever be able to forgive myself. I allowed myself to be overtaken by jealousy and nearly tore apart the nation we have put so much work into building out of spite. I do not deserve that which you have so generously given. I am truly blessed to have a sister as caring as you, and throughout everything I have never forgotten that. During that dark time, as I lost control and became a monster, what hurt me most of all was seeing you turn against me. A part of me genuinely believed that what I was doing was right, and I longed to see you by my side instead of fighting against me. I could never have realized you were feeling exactly the same the entire time. Then, you banished me. For 1,000 years, I was trapped in the moon, cut off from the world, from its ponies, even from the flow of time. All there was the nightmare raging in my mind, screaming for release. The voices were so loud, so persistent. I am sure I would have lost myself completely, if not for one thing. Every day, I felt your magic reaching out, guiding me through the sky. I could feel the love still alive in your heart, and this gave me the strength I needed to be able to hold on to the last shreds of my sanity. Without your continual presence, I may have lost hope and become truly irredeemable. Now that I am whole again, I understand why you did what you did. I would offer to forgive you in return, but in truth, I think this would be to misrepresent your actions. You have done nothing wrong, and I should instead be thanking you. Even as I try to destroy everything, you never let go of the hope that some good may remain within me. And instead of killing me, as many others would have done in your place, you chose to do everything you could to protect me until I could be redeemed. I owe you a great debt. If I can do anything to repay you for what you have done, I will. I hope we are never parted again. Your eternal sister, Luna.